You have been hearing this evening about a theme that the World Affairs Council has celebrated and discussed for some years now. The important and significant question, what is or might be the distinction between international higher education and global higher education? This is an emerging and very significant question for our nation and the future. The concept of international higher education suggests an emphasis on exchange between cultures and nations that has been the traditional format of how we've thought about what might happen in higher education for years. It involves exchanges, bringing overseas students to the study in the American universities and sending our students overseas. And this has been important. But is it enough for higher education in the world we find ourselves in the 21st century? Today, more and more, we are becoming aware that there may be more to living now and in the future than the traditional sense of nationality. This new era might require a sense of identity that goes beyond nationality and race, but requires a sense of common humanity in which our future is bound by the ability and capacity to understand and share the risks encompassed in the challenges of the modern world. It is more important now than ever before that we understand what the world looks like if you live in India or Pakistan or Brussels. That has not often been, or is even not today, the objective or outcome of a university education on many campuses. The short video that you have seen about George Mason University describes its cultures and goals in a new way, as it states the goal of campus life and education. The goal and concept of George Mason has led me in recent years to deep respect for this university across the Potomac. And that is why we have chosen tonight to recognize this quite unique vision of the university and the leadership of President Ángel Cabrera. Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for the award, which I accept with great pride and gratitude on behalf of the entire George Mason University community, which happens to be very well represented here tonight. And to all alumni, students, faculty, board members, we receive it with great pride. Like the World Affairs Council, we at George Mason are committed to educating the kind of individual who understands the complexities of our interconnected world and is ready and able to make a positive difference. As the largest public university in Virginia and its most diverse university, we're working hard to ensure that global education is not a privilege for a select few, but that it becomes part of the core of every student's college education. We do this by building an increasingly international campus community, by attracting students and faculty from all over the world, because we even hire foreign presidents, and by making it easier for students to study abroad, work abroad, and serve abroad. We have a new campus in Incheon, right outside of Seoul in South Korea, that enables students to spend a semester or more in Asia at the same cost or even lower than they pay at their home campus. It is also a source of new students from Korea and many other parts of Asia who are enriching the global diversity of our campuses here in Northern Virginia. We're building partnerships with a network of universities and key international hubs to support greater student and faculty mobility. We're working to make our many other experiential and integrative learning opportunities more accessible, including research, fieldwork, internships, and with international organizations, service learning, and alternative spring breaks. We're also working to ensure that our research has global impact. Earlier this year, we were reclassified as a Tier 1 research university in the influential Carnegie classification, a distinction that places us among America's 115 top research universities. The influential Jiaotong ranking places us among the top 200 universities. We're committed to what we call research of consequence, scholarship and science that can help us understand the pressing issues that confront our world and can help us identify new solutions. Like our higher education neighbors in the Washington area, many of them also here very well represented, George Mason is strategically positioned to amplify our global impact. We're surrounded by hundreds of international agencies, embassies, think tanks, multilateral organizations, NGOs, and a host of global corporations, one of them later honored here as well. Washington has all of the elements to be one of the most dynamic hubs for global education and research in the world. Our goal at Mason truly is not to be the best university in the world, although we appreciate those recognitions, but we try to be the best university for the world. It is a tremendous honor and source of pride for us to know that the World Affairs Council recognizes our commitment to global education. On behalf of our entire community, thank you again for this wonderful award. It epitomizes what we aspire to be. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.